4 ways to make money in real estate investing with no money at all. What's up guys, Zach Ginn here, and in today's video, I'm gonna show you 4 side hustle, basically strategies to actually go out here and make money as a real estate investor if you have $0 starting out. And no, this is no gimme or a little scam to go sell you on my course. I'm gonna give everything out for free, guys. I don't sell any mentorship, I don't sell anything. I just wanna give you strategies so you can get started in real estate investing and how to make money with no money at all, how to turn $0 into hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars when it comes to real estate investing. I started out in this real estate wholesaling game, this real estate investing game at 17 years old, and I want to show you the strategies that I've seen, my favorite ones, my least favorite ones, and basically 4 types of methods out here on actually how to become wealthy in real estate investing or some cool side hustle ideas in real estate investing to make some money. So before we get into it, do me a big favor and smash that like button and subscribe, and let's break it down. So there's basically 4 strategies, side hustles out here in real estate investing that I recommend is probably the best for you to do starting out in this business. Now, there's multiple facets of real estate investing, right? There's just so many different channels out here, and really, I'm a big fan of a couple of them that I really do because I kind of focus on my strengths, but I basically tried them all out before, so let me break it down. Top 4 strategies to get into real estate investing game right now. So number 4 here is just being a bird dog. So what is a bird dog? So basically a bird dog is somebody that actually finds a rich landlord, a rich house flipper, or maybe even another real estate investor type person that's got a lot of money to actually, buy a property as a rental or actually buy a property just to flip it. And this bird dog, quote unquote, basically goes out here and just finds ugly houses, sends the property address to either a wholesaler, real estate investor, or a house flipper or anything like that, and they get a cut of the deal. So for example, in real estate wholesaling, I find an ugly house, I put the property under contract, I sell it to the rich landlord or a house flipper or a cash buyer at the end of the day, and I make a $20,000 assignment fee, right? I try to lock up the deal, I had to find the cash buyer to do most of the work. So I would probably pay a bird dog like 10% of the fee there. So if you're 15, 16 years old and you got a bike or something and you just want to go around your neighborhood, look for ugly looking houses, you send me 100 addresses, and if one of them hits, I would basically give you, $1,000 to $2,000. And if you have a lot of addresses you can get, as someone who doesn't know much about real estate, who doesn't want to close deals or talk to sellers or anything like that, that's actually a pretty interesting side hustle to get started out in this business. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of making $2,000, $3,000, a month doing this. Obviously there's better ways out here to make money with the same amount of time and hustle. But really it is a good side hustle. I know a lot of people that do it, maybe they're working a job, they want to do this on the weekends. Being a bird dog is really interesting. If you search bird dog on YouTube, you can find a lot of tutorials how to do it the right way. But bird dogs, I do pay them a lot of money and they bring me a lot of money. So it's definitely one I recommend, something I really like, and something that a lot of people just kind of overlook, and it's a really good one. Just look up bird dog. There's a lot of bird dog groups on here. But number 3 is Airbnb Arbitrage, and I'll be completely honest, I'm not the biggest Airbnb arbitrage person. Now I do have some Airbnbs, but I don't arbitrage them. I actually own them myself. For a lot of Airbnbs it works, but we're talking about making no money, and in real estate investing, this is definitely a strategy that you might want to consider. This is basically getting a for rent and basically being upfront with the landlord that you are going to Airbnb this property and you're giving them a little more in rent. Now, it is a little harder. You're going to have to talk to a lot of landlords, but you're going to find if you talk to like 100, maybe 2, 3, or 4 of them are going to let you do it. Not every single one's a very kind of less than 10%, but you're going to find people that are okay with it if they get their money, and you're kind of, sometimes you might have to underwrite it yourself. But most of the time, if you got no money, you can actually do this. And let's say you can rent a nice property for $1,000 a month, $2,000 a month. So let's use $2,000 a month, for example. And you can put it on Airbnb and maybe make $4,000 or $5,000 a month, where you're basically just Airbnb-ing that out there. And you can make, maybe $1,000, $2,000 a month with 0 cost out there. And very, very good strategy. You don't build equity, you don't do any of this crazy good stuff that comes in real estate investing with it, but it is a strategy that does work. I know people that do it. I know people that do it full time that make hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month this strategy. A little worrisome for me. There's a lot of risk with Airbnbs. A lot of cities are trying to ban them or stop them or be within a resort or a casino or something like that. There's definitely some legislation coming down on there. I know Vegas is going hard on it. I know the city of Atlanta is going hard on it. Some places in Florida is going. They're not really liking the Airbnb too much, but it is definitely a strategy that you should consider out here, and just think about it and look it up. I'm not the expert on that at all. I'm more of an expert on the other things we're going to talk about later today, but really it's something you should check out. I've talked to a lot of people, and it is a legit strategy. It is not a scam or anything out there. You see someone talking about it, it is real. Now, number 2 here is actually house flipping. And you might think, Zach, how do I flip houses if I got no money? And why isn't it the most important one, right? Like, I've seen all the TV shows. I want to get into house flipping, man, right? I can tell you right now that house flipping is not as cracked up as it seems to be. It's not as sexy and amazing as most people expect, right? Like, flipping houses can be a burden for a lot. And as somebody that currently has 5 flips going on currently right now in the market, I know that house flipping is not the sexiest thing in the world. And for me, I'm highly specialized. I'm doing it for over 5 years. I make roughly about $50,000, $60,000 every single flip I do, where the average real estate investor in my area is making $20,000, $30,000 on a flip. I'm very specialized in what I do, and most of the money I make in house flipping is just getting a deal. It's not really the house renovations at all where you're expecting. And as someone who's a beginner watching this, you might be a little upset, like, wait, Zach, you're telling me that I don't make the money from just making pretty houses and making things look really nice with my cool designs? No. You make the money on the buy, sometimes on the sell if you have a really good realtor or you're really good at selling them or you got a really good buyer there. But at the end of the day, most of the money, I would say about 80% of the profits on a house flip comes from buying it the right way. And conveniently on those house flipping shows, that's the one they don't talk to about, right? So it works really well. House flipping, so if you got no money, how do you actually get into house flipping, right? The biggest, most important, the best way to actually make money flipping house with no money is by finding someone who actually has money. So you can either, what we call joint venturing, you can partner up with someone that actually has money, and maybe you bring the deal, then they flip the house and you split the profits, or you get a percentage of the profits, and you kind of learn the process, and maybe you flip part of the house too if you have some experience for it. That's probably the best way to do it. There's other ways out here. Maybe you get like a hard money loan, private money on there, where basically, I know these are crazy, confusing terms. I speak real estate lingo a lot, I'm sorry, but basically more or less you can get a loan from the bank or a private investor or person at probably a higher than usual interest rate. And right now, you can get a loan for, let's say, $200,000 for like 3 months, and you put that in the property and you renovate it and you make $40,000 on it after 3 months. And hey, that's a cool little side hustle type thing you can do, but I'm never a proponent on debt. I don't like debt. I don't think debt's really good, especially in a real estate flipping type thing. Debt and other aspects are okay, but I'm not the biggest fan of having debt to flip a house. So it's definitely not something I'm going to be recommending for you. It just gives me the heebie-jeebies sometimes, having hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt on a house flip that can go totally wrong if you don't have the insurance and all that stuff. Or more or less, if the property values go down, you can lose a lot. So as somebody that flips houses, Zach, oh, you're being a hypocrite here, right? You flip houses yourself and you're not telling me to do it. I'm not telling you to do it. If house flipping was the only option, I would only flip houses, right? This would be a house flipping channel, right? But the truth here is there's one process that is way better than them all. It is the king of the real estate investing side hustles, and it's called wholesaling real estate. It is my favorite thing out here. It's the one where a majority of my videos on the channel are that you're probably watching, but real estate wholesaling is the best one. By far, it is the fastest way in any side hustle. If you live in the United States of America or outside of it, because you can virtually wholesale, if you make $1 million at any age, any ethnicity, I don't care if you live in Finland right now, I don't care you live in China. Well, China's got weird internet, so maybe not do that, but maybe like Africa, for example, I have a lot of people watching this right now that are learning wholesaling that are wholesaling in Nigeria, and they're in the capital. They actually have really good internet there, and they're making a ton of money virtually wholesaling. So you can be from Nigeria, you can be anywhere in Europe, you can be in South America, you can be in the United States, Canada, anywhere, and you can make millions of dollars virtually wholesaling, or in person, you can just do regular wholesaling real estate. It is probably the most powerful side hustle out here. And basically this side hustle is you just find ugly looking houses. You basically agree to purchase the property with a piece of paper, which you get for free at freewholesaling.com. And basically you sign it for, let's say, $100,000, and you find a rich landlord or a house flipper who wants to pay a little more for that. They're going to flip the house, right? And maybe they pay you $110,000 for it. So basically at the end of the day, at the closing, they're basically going to pay $110,000, and they're going to give 110,000 to the title company, 100,000 goes to the seller, which you both agree to, and then 10,000 goes to you for basically a finder's fee, quote unquote, an assignment fee, so you can make a lot of money in your real estate wholesaling business, right? Like you get that assignment fee, it's basically a check, really sexy, really nice, and you'd be basically any age. I got my first deal at 17 years old. 5 years later, I run a 7-figure wholesaling operation and do a lot of house flipping, rentals, all that type of side hustles type stuff. But hands down, I found wholesaling real estate to be the best one. You can basically cold call for sale by owners on Zillow. You can do driving for dollars. You drive around looking for ugly houses, then calling these people out here. You pull a probate list, a list of people with the water shut off on their property. Just call them, see if they want to sell their house. And obviously call like 1,000 of them. Maybe, I would say if you call 1,000 leads, you're probably going to get maybe 1 or 2 deals out of that. And not a good percentage, right? But here's the thing. Those deals are 20, 30, 40, even $80,000. Like my biggest real estate wholesaling deal is over $100,000. And that's because I know what I'm doing. I know how to lock up the deals for the best price. But really, you got to understand that in wholesaling real estate, I graduated high school and made over 100K by then in less than a year by just wholesaling real estate. And it is hands down the most powerful side hustle out here and the one I teach mostly. I teach all type of side hustles, everything fortunes, how to make it all in real estate on this channel. But wholesaling real estate has a special place in my heart because it's the one I have it. I treat it as a real business, not a side hustle, and it makes me a real business. And it's the best one out here. So really what I want you to do is just think of all the crazy side hustles out here in real estate. These are my favorite top 4. Maybe you have other ones that you like, let me know. But really, if you want to make some true money in real estate, these are the 4 you need to be doing. So guys, do me a big favor. If you've got any value of this video, smash that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a blessed one. Thank you.